African troops, along with French forces, now have the difficult task of restoring order to the Central African Republic. There are supposed to be 6,000 African soldiers, but they are likely to be slow to arrive. In Mali, a UN force largely made up of soldiers from African nations is supposed to be 12,000 strong, but so far just over half that number have arrived. It highlights the problems of peacekeeping on the continent. One is overstretch, the other the budget to pay for it all. The UN has missions in the Ivory Coast, Democratic Republic of Congo, Liberia, Mali, Western Sahara, and a mission in South Sudan, and another in the Abyei region, which is disputed territory between South Sudan and Sudan. It shares a joint mission with the African Union in the Darfur region of Sudan, and the AU also have a large peacekeeping force in Somalia, as well as the troops they're sending to the CAR. It all adds up to a record number of peacekeepers on the continent, a total of almost 115,000. One expert says the large number of simultaneous missions perhaps explains why the world took so long to focus on the CAR.
Tragically, the crisis in the Central African Republic was totally overshadowed by that in Mali. France did not want to deal with two crises in Africa at the same time, and so CAR was put on hold, and the Council is frankly turning to the crisis much too late.
At a recent summit in Paris on African security, the French President, François Hollande, said the way forward may be to set up a rapid reaction force of African troops to deal with problems on the continent. His ambassador explained the reasoning behind this idea to me.
We should have a sort of strategic vision of the African security and to work with the Africans. I think it's the only way to avoid the situation we are really facing now. You know, Russia running from Mali to Central Africa and from Somalia to Sudan.
There is no shortage of African nations offering troops. The problem is they often lack the training and equipment they need. Officials here will tell you there have even been cases of soldiers turning up without their own boots. Of most pressing need are the things that are the most expensive, the trucks and the helicopters to transport troops around. James Bays, Al Jazeera of the United Nations.